we're going to be going back to doing a few more basic videos, like I used to, where I would just pick a tank, I'll play 3 games, we'll try out some different equipment setups, and then I'll just speak about the tank as we're playing it. There will still be the tank guides and stuff like that, which I'd put a lot more time into with editing wise and stuff like that. But there's also going to be these videos, which are just kind of nice and simple for me to do. Today, we're going to be talking about the Jagdtiger. This is a vehicle that I think a lot of people are sleeping on nowadays. It used to be that when you met a Jagdtiger in game, it struck fear into you. You know, you didn't want to be in front of it because it had 560 alpha and pretty damn good reload time. But now it's kind of like, I can just pen it. I could then just hide. There's lots of tanks that are kind of just better than it. Or maybe not better than it, but there's a lot of tanks that could out-trade it. Whereas it used to be that 560 alpha was very, very good. However, there is one thing that a lot of tanks can't do, and that is out-DPM this thing. Because this vehicle has 3.8k DPM. And in this video, we will be using vents and getting this over 4,000 average damage as well. But for the time being, 3.8k. Which means that this thing has a 8.6 second reload time with 560 alpha, 0.29 dispersion at 100 meters, and then obviously the 3.8k DPM. This is an absolutely insane tank if someone is dumb enough to sit in front of you. And also if they don't have a good repair crew. Because if you meet someone that doesn't have a good repair crew, they are going to die. Either way, let's get into some games and we'll talk through a little bit more about the tank. We are going to be using HP Turbo and a rammer to start off with. Let's begin. Well, for our first game, we're on Himmelsdorf. Now, this is prime territory for this tank. It is a tier 7 game, which is... yes. That's an interesting matchup. Thank you, Wargaming. Because tier 7s are definitely equipped well enough to deal with a Jagdtiger. Now that T30 is a big, big problem. He is going to be quite a bit of an issue for us. But we're just going to be poking up, trying to put the shots in as and when we can. Again, we don't want to be like out for too long. Because even though this tank does have a pretty effective superstructure, it's not impenetrable. Even to, you know, like tier 8s. If they fire premium rounds at you, they're probably going to go through, more times than not. Speaking about the gun on this thing, I've recently had a... Well, I don't want to say my opinion's changed on the WT Panzer IV, because I still think that it is an insanely good vehicle for sniping. However, the WT Panzer IV definitely isn't as flexible as a Jagdtiger is. Now, what I mean by that is this vehicle, it has some form of armor, right? You can go and brawl with the heavy tanks. Effectively. The WT, it has like 0 gun depression over the front and the side, and you have no armor. Meaning that if you do need to do something other than snipe, it's not very effective. Not to mention, it doesn't... Actually, it may go at the same speed as the Jagdtiger, which is mental. Like... So, the platform that the WT is on is not good. And, like, that's the issue that that tank has. We're gonna... Oh, we both miss. Wonderful. Are you going to be stopping? Oh. Are you going to be going backwards to try and get a shot at me? I'm not too sure what he was doing. That wasn't a very well aimed shot, to be fair with you. Oh, we do have also the events on, so... There we go. That one is a bit better. So we're about to witness everything falling down from the sky. Let's just watch this go in. Look, really? We'll put it in the cinematic view. We'll watch it from, like, here. Wonderful. I've been spotted. Very nice. I mean... Sir? That's an illegal maneuver. Oh. we are in a lot of trouble here. Wait, here's a small gun. What are you doing with the small gun? I mean, to be fair, it's not even that bad for this matchup, at least. I don't think this guy's going to peek, but this guy looks like he's going to maybe come down here. This is the corner bit, right? Oh no, it's... Wait. Not quite. They can come down from there now as well. I'm getting all disorientated now. Hello? There we go. We'll put one into his track, and what we'll do, we'll just back off behind here. How's your repair crew, sir? Is it any good? No, it's not. Wonderful. And hopefully the ice will finish him off. Very, very nice indeed. And what we can do... I think this guy just fired twice, did it? Now, there isn't anything in this corner bit, so I don't know why this Barras went in here. But what we can do is just dispatch him back to the garage. So, yeah. Wonderful. And I've also just realised that there was no game audio. Or at least, well, I mean, hopefully I'll just record the replay and then go over it. Which I should be able to sync it up semi-okay. But if you notice a little bit of, like, difference here and there, then it's because of that. So, but on the whole, it should be okay. But we are now going up the hill slowly. I mean, yeah, 43 kilometers hour top speed with turbo. It's definitely not slow though. Like, this tank is definitely not a slow vehicle. We've done 4.3k. Like, this tank will just... It just goes through damage like it's nothing. We know that this guy has the small gun, the 240 Alpha. Put one into this guy. I'm going to try and go back. What's your repair time? I'll kill this guy because he's a little bit more of a threat. Obviously he could clip me. So dealing with the most annoying tank first. I believe this guy just got tracked again. He really doesn't have a good repair crew though on this vehicle. So we may even be able to get the shot off here. He might put one into me, which is going to be a little bit annoying. Is he still tracked here? No, he's managed to run away. Okay. That Judas is still at the back somewhere though. Which is going to be a problem. And the Kunzerpanzer is on 300 health. Oh dear. I need to try and go forwards here. And try and block it with my track or something if I can. Okay, we get him out the game. What we're going to do is go back round here now because the Kunzerpanzer's coming from behind, as you see. And then we're going to try and just get a shot at over this guy here. That was an impressive shot by him. I mean, I was not expecting him to hit that. But, you know, 6k is still 6k. I'm kind of surprised the IS didn't realise that a Kunze was coming from behind, but this should still be a win. If this IS kills one of these, it should still be a win. I'm not gonna lie, this Kunze Panzer is a very good player. Like, he's actually good. Like, the reaction time on that was impressive. But now that that T-30 is dead, they're both a one-shot, so it should be a win. And a win it is! Wonderful! Very, very nice. Apply! Yes! I mean, we already have all the field mods for this tank anyway, so it's not really too much of a problem. This Kunze played well. I am actually kind of impressed that he only has 49% wins. This tank just absolutely chews through the enemy if they are dumb enough to sit out in front of it. Let's drop the HP, and we're going to put on vents. And then what we're going to do is also put on a directive. We now have 4,111 DPM, 8.17 second reload with 0.28 dispersion. Wonderful. Just quickly for the field mods, for those wondering, this is what I have set up. We do have the minus reload time on number 7. The rest are standard tank destroyer. Field mod choices. Okay, so we are now in Studzianki. Now this is actually an encounter battle which I turned on recently. I mean, I just wanted to have a little bit of a change. I felt like I was getting a little bit bored of just having only standard battles on, so we decided to turn it on. We'll see how it goes. I should really just leave them on and then learn them, rather than like turning them off again, but I wanted to have a little bit of a change up because it was getting a bit stale of just the same kind of, you know, game over and over again, just being standard battle. But we are on Studzianki, and obviously this is from the change, so we see how this plays. It used to be that encounter battle was kind of useless on this, but as you see, we do have the 4000 DPM or 4.1k, so they don't really want to be peaking this, especially not like that. Oh, do you have a bad repair crew? Do you have a bad repair crew? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sir, you are in a world of trouble right now. I can't actually pen underneath that. Not quite. You can actually angle at like a 45-degree angle-ish. A little bit like the Jagdpanzer 100 can. I kind of want to hit this. Please let me hit this. Don't quite have it. That's actually unfortunate. That's actually quite unfortunate that that went a little bit... Did it go high or low? I can't even remember. I mean, I could pen it here, but it's a little bit of a more dodgy angle to do. I also really wish that I could, like, no-clip the camera. There we go. That's better. And now he's dead. One thing that this tank does suffer with is you go through arrow pretty quickly. Like, you go through it quite fast. Especially when you're buffing the DPM as much as I have. It can disappear. I can't remember whereabouts I can even shoot through this, actually. I can't remember which house I need to destroy, which is a little bit annoying. I might be able to destroy this house here. Yes. So I'm going to destroy that house there. I'll just intuition AP around back. Actually, don't even need to do that. I can destroy that there as well. Not quite what I wanted to do, but that's fine. The problem is I kind of want to push in to the cap and put some pressure on that, but it's not really viable at the moment. At least I don't think so. Wait. It might be. Oh, of course the AT-15 is now pushing in. If he goes backwards, then I should be able to shoot this guy. Absolute phenomenal timing once again. As soon as I move to try and see if I can get a better spot. Instantly. Oh, I'm now going to move! Maybe if I look away, the AT-15 will now peak. No. Oh. I mean, he's moving. The wrong way, but he's moving. Alright, I don't care about this AT-15A too much. It's not even the AT-15A. It's just an AT-15. Can't even get the name right, Max. I have zero idea how that managed to hit. But you do miss every shot that you don't take. So this guy's actually behind the wreck, or behind that building there. But now I should be able to push into this. Now we're not going to cap because it's kind of useless. We're winning. Hello, sir. I can't even remember if we can overmatch that or not. No, we can't overmatch him, but we'll just go for his cupola, so it's fine. RT is over that way. What we're going to do is try and push through this way if we can. Okay. I mean, could you kill the IS-3, please? Thank you. Doesn't go where I wanted it to. And the enemy is dead. Well, I mean 3.6 is okay. It's not too bad. And our favourite thing to do. Apply. Okay, so for our third and final equipment loadout, we're going to choose IAU. And I don't know why I keep changing it. It makes zero difference which slot this is in because they're all bounty, but I like to make them look nice. So, and we're going to choose, do we choose this or do we choose vents? I think vents would be a better overall choice. And plus, I only have one of these. So, you know what? We'll do it. We'll make it the most accurate tank possible. So this now has 0.25 dispersion at 100 meters. Wonderful. So far, so good. 100% win rate, 5,000 average damage. Very good. One more game. For our third and final game with the ultimate sniping build, we're on steps. Standard battle, so we don't really have to worry about encounter or anything like that. We are obviously going to see if we can snipe at the beginning. See what we can shoot at. The HE rounds on this tank aren't great. They only have 65 pen, which compared to some other vehicles, it's a bit lackluster. I don't think this EBR is going to push up again. I mean, he may do. I can't even remember what camera rating we have. I don't think it's good enough to survive the EBR. I mean, we survived the EBR pushing up when we were in a bush, but as soon as we fire, we're going to get spotted, obviously. Because it's a tier 10 game, I didn't really want to go to the west side of the map. So we're going to try and go up where this T30 is, and then we'll do a little bit of sniping and see what happens there. Because this gun is actually better than the gun on the WT Panzer IV. In every single way. Like soft stats, everything. It's more accurate. It has less bloom. It has a better reload time. So, technically speaking, this is a better sniper than the WT. The only thing that is missing is obviously camo rating. And I should really check that out after the game to see how bad the difference is between the camo rating. But I really do think that this tank is one of those tanks that people sleep on massively. Like, this thing can... It's amazing. Is what it is. It's an insane vehicle. What I'd like to do is try and get into a position where I can actually see the WT at the back over there. If we can do that... There we go. We're in a little bit of a better position now. So if this guy peeks, this side he's probably going to peek, if anything. IS-7 pushing. That's... very annoying, actually. Although he just stay behind that area, so... And the WT is probably in this bush here. No. We'll put a few blind shells in and just see what we can get. Okay. The WT's not peeking that side, then. The problem is this EBR exists. We have sorted out that situation. Unfortunately, our EBR died as well. But we have remedied that situation of the EBR existing. So, one thing I didn't even mention, like one of the best parts about this tank, is the premium rounds. It has 352 millimeters of pen. Which is exactly the same as the WT. And it's APCR. It goes at 1,500 meters a second. So you can quite happily snipe at longer ranges with this vehicle. Even if it's against tanks that have a lot more armor. An interesting IS-7. And it doesn't take long to get damage in this tank. Even if you think that you're having a bad game, as long as there's a bit of damage left and you can get yourself to it, mwah, you have damage. So like, I'm sitting at 1.5k. I'm not too worried. Like, the thing is, I don't want to push forwards too much because I don't know what gun this WT is even using. Actually, he's using very big gun? Wait, is it? He's either low rolled massively or high rolled massively. So that's kind of a little bit awkward. Okay, the WT didn't want to play, so unfortunate. I mean, speaking about the pen, it's not even like you need to spam this, like the 352. Obviously, if you have the credits and you want to, then go for it. But a standard round's a 276mm a pen. It's not like that is bad. Well, I wasn't worried about having only 1.5k, but they have pushed all the way around, and now I am too slow, so... I should have just pushed, but I was too scared of the WT. But what are you going to do in, you know, a 15-5 game? There's not a lot you can do. Only 1.5k, I should have been more aggressive, but I really didn't think that this WT was just going to sit there and not do anything. I mean, he done 5k, so, you know, he done okay, but I was too scared of this guy for putting another shell into me. I really should have just gone, though. But yeah, apply. Very good. But yeah, this setup's not really worth it. In my opinion, you should only really pick either turbo with vents or turbo with HP. Always keep the rammer. If you're removing the rammer on this tank, then there is something severely wrong with your decision making. Like, this tank should never remove the rammer. I kind of like having this, but also obviously the limited track health of not having HP is a little bit of a problem. Even though that, yes, you do get the field mod, it's still only 325. So it's not like... that's not enough, really, to survive a hit sometimes. But being that it is going to face lower tiers, you can kind of forgo it, I guess. But if you meet like a 140, if they high roll slightly, then you're just going to get permatracked. So it is a problem in that regard. But I do like vents with having, you know, the more DPM and also the slightly better view range. Because without vents, you go down to 447 meters, which is fine, but it's not great. So I think those are your two options, either HP or vents, with turbo and a rammer being mandatory on this vehicle. We only chose IAU just to, you know, have a bit of a laugh and just see how accurate it was. But as I've said previously, like, the dispersion doesn't really make a difference. The shell is either going to hit or it's not going to hit. IAU doesn't really impact it that much because RNG is going to be the biggest factor of whether or not you hit something. And I'd much rather have vents than IAU because then vents is going to boost everything else with the vehicle rather than just the accuracy. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, then you know what to do. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this style of video, and I'll see you on the next one.